Have you ever been in that meeting? You know the one. Your tech team is insisting that a service is up, but your customers, or maybe even you, are complaining that it's broken. It's super frustrating, right? Well, today we're going to clear all that up. We're going to untangle two words that get thrown around a lot but mean very different things: reliability and availability. So let's start with this mystery right here. How on earth can something be online and working, but at the same time, totally useless to the people who need it? It sounds like a total contradiction, but believe me, it happens all the time. Stick with me, and we're going to solve this thing together. All right, our first big clue is the idea of reliability. Now, this isn't just about whether the power is on. It's about something much, much deeper. Is the thing actually doing what it's supposed to do? Okay, here's the more formal definition. But let's zero in on the important words here: intended functions and without failures. A reliable system is one that does its job right, every single time. It gives you the result you actually expect, not some weird error message. So look, if you want to cut through all the technical jargon and get right to the point, this is the question to ask your team. It's simple, it's direct. Is anything broken? This gets the heart of the user's experience. Is the system actually functioning the way it's designed to? Let's make this even simpler. Think of a car. The car's reliability has nothing to do with it sitting in your garage. It's all about what happens when you turn the key and hit the road. A reliable car is one that just works. It doesn't stall, the check engine light doesn't pop on, it just gets you from A to B smoothly. That's reliability. And that brings us to the other side of the coin, the second half of our puzzle: availability. If reliability is about the car running perfectly on the highway, availability is, well, it's something else entirely. Availability is purely about access. Is the system turned on? Can people get to it when they need it? You'll notice this definition says nothing about how well it's working, just that it's there, it's operational. And here's the question for availability. Notice how different it is from the reliability one. It's not, is it broken? It's, can users get to it? Can they even reach the login screen? This is all about uptime, plain and simple. Let's go back to our car. Availability is just the car being parked in your driveway, 24/7. It's there. The keys are in your hand. You can open the door anytime you want. That's it. It doesn't mean the car will start. It doesn't mean it won't break down a block away. It just means it's accessible to you. Now, this is where you'll often hear tech teams talk about the nines. It's how they measure availability. And it can be kind of shocking. 99% sounds pretty good, right? But look at the chart. That's still over 3.5 days of downtime a year. But watch what happens when you add just one more nine. 99.9%, or 3 nines, suddenly drops that downtime to less than 9 hours a year. That little decimal point makes a world of difference. And this is the gold standard: 5 nines. It means your system can only be down for a grand total of 5.26 minutes for the entire year. Now, as a leader, this is absolutely crucial to understand. Getting from 4 nines to 5 nines isn't easy, and it definitely isn't free. It takes a massive investment in engineering and resources. So there's always a business decision to be made about how much that extra uptime is really worth. Okay, so we've met reliability and we've met availability. Now let's put them together and finally solve that mystery of the system that's up but broken. This is what happens when these two partners just don't get along. Let's tell a quick story, a tale of two cars. Car number one is always available. It's sitting in your driveway ready to go. The problem? It breaks down every 5 minutes. That's high availability, but just awful reliability. Then you've got car number two. This thing is a masterpiece. It runs perfectly. Never, ever breaks down, but it's always in the shop for preventative maintenance. That's amazing reliability, but terrible availability. See the problem? Neither car is actually useful to you. So obviously the goal isn't to pick one or the other. You can't. The goal for any great system is to have both high reliability and high availability. So how do teams actually do that? Well, to make a system more reliable, to make sure it works right, teams do things like rigorous testing to find all the bugs before you do. They have health monitoring systems that are constantly checking for any warning signs. And they perform smart, regular maintenance to keep things running smoothly. Now, to improve availability, to make sure you can always get to the system, that's a whole different toolkit. Teams build redundant systems, which is basically having a complete backup ready to go. They use things called load balancers to make sure no single part gets overwhelmed with traffic. And they create failover mechanisms that can automatically switch to the backup system in an instant if something goes wrong. Okay, I know those concepts can feel a little abstract. So let's connect them to what a development team might actually be doing on a Tuesday afternoon to keep a system healthy and strong. So, a team might run automated scripts to double-check every single change they make. That's a pure reliability play, catching bugs early. They might process tasks one at a time to make sure each step is successful before starting the next one. They'll use a central dashboard to keep an eye on everything, which helps both reliability and availability. And they give every single change a unique name, so if something does break, they know exactly where to look to fix it fast. These are the real building blocks. All right, we've covered a lot of ground. So what's the one thing you absolutely need to remember from all this? Let's boil it all down. It's this simple. Reliability is about quality. It answers the question, does it work right? Availability is about access. It answers the question, can I get to it? And you absolutely cannot have a great product or a happy customer unless you have both. So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you're talking with your team about your systems, I want you to challenge them. Push past just the uptime numbers. Start asking the bigger, more important question. Are our systems just available, or are they truly, deeply reliable for the people who depend on us? That right there, that's the conversation that builds amazing things.